China is planning to build what's dubbed a super embassy in the heart of London. There's significant national security concern about what the Chinese Communist Party could do with an embassy in the middle of one of the world's most powerful nations. America is reportedly concerned, and it's said that it even has the potential to derail trade talks. The Interparliamentary Alliance on China's Executive Director, Luke de Pulford, joins me now. Luke, thank you very much for your time. So what exactly is China planning here, and what are the concerns around it?
So China is planning to develop the largest embassy in Europe, in London, in a very prestigious site directly opposite the Tower of London. Just to give you an indication of size, this is planned to have over 130 additional flats for PRC state employees, in addition to an already very large site. And the concerns are broadly threefold. First of all, we suspect that this is going to become a base for all of China's European interference operations, which are already very considerable. We also know that the site is very inappropriate because there's no space for protest outside of it. In fact, we organised two very large protests of 4,000 and 5,000 people each, which blocked all of the very busy adjacent road network. So it's an inappropriate site anyway, because people won't be able to express speech freely. But the critical point is this. It has been exposed that this site, which is Royal Mint Court, so initially where we had our mint to create all of our currency, is directly over sensitive cabling which feeds UK financial services, so the very backbone of the United Kingdom economy. And the background to that is that it was reported that previously, the Chinese have applied once before, there was an objection from our intelligence services on the basis that this could imperil UK financial infrastructure.
So if those are the concerns, that it has the potential to imperil UK financial infrastructure, could that then have an impact on countries that do have close ties to the UK, particularly a Five Eyes partner like Australia?
Absolutely. So these are fibre optic cables which feed UK financial services, but not just the UK. So ANZ, Combank, Westpac and National Australia Bank all have a very significant presence in London. They're all using these cables. The cables feed UK financial infrastructure, but not just UK financial infrastructure. And this was the reason that the United States government on Sunday expressed their concerns, saying to the UK, we hope you're not going to take a decision here which is going to put our financial services at risk. My strong view is that the Australian government and Australian politicians should be aware of this risk and should do the same. This is going to create real vulnerabilities for Australian financial services.
Has Keir Starmer been open to listening to the concerns that you and security experts and intelligence services have?
Well, at the moment, the government is keeping its powder dry and saying, well, it's all in the planning process and we'll make a decision in due course. What I would say is that there's tremendous diplomatic pressure. So highly unusually, Xi Jinping in his meeting with Keir Starmer on the sidelines of the G20 last year raised the location of their embassy in London as the number one thing which needed to be sorted out to normalise diplomatic relations with the UK. So you can see there's very heavy pressure. And they've already been sold the building by the last government. So now our government is facing the very difficult decision whether or not to say that they can develop it into this massive embassy, the largest embassy in Europe. Our argument is that this presents totally unacceptable national security risks, not just for us, but to our allies as well.
Look, our Prime Minister today said that Australia shouldn't view China as a national security threat, but rather as strategic competition. And he bizarrely encouraged journalists to do the same. I don't have time to play you the clip now, but is this an out-of-place, bizarre warning to journalists that almost amounts to censorship? What do you think about this?
Well, I put it this way. China is very clearly an adversary. We need to move on from this language of strategic competition. It's no longer appropriate. The CCP under Xi Jinping is more repressive at home, much more aggressive abroad. We're seeing interference, United Front work, the deliberate inculcation of dependencies, undermining international institutions, massive human rights abuses, South China Sea aggression. They want to remake the global order in their own image. So this isn't about being a strategic competitor. This is about being clear-eyed about the threat. And as to what journalists might think, I mean, Australia is a country which respects free speech, has a vibrant and independent press.
And perhaps the Prime Minister should as well. Luke de Pulford, we're out of time. Thank you so much.